Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to another day of kindergarten with Mrs. R. Today we are going to be working with the FR blend. So you're going to go ahead and need to get your FR blend packet out. It's bright yellow and it has a frog at the top. Okay, so go ahead and grab that. And while you're doing that, I am going to get ready to share my screen with you. Okay, so here is my FR packet. When we take a look at FR, we sound it out, but we want to say it quick. So, like in frog, okay? So we're going to turn to the first page. Oops, I'm going to turn to the first page and let's take a look. So the first page is, let's start with FR. So we know FR says fur. So now we're going to take a look at the pictures down here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and say them together. Frog, cactus, frame, map, bench, fruit, freckle, it's pointing to freckles on her face, and cat, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and cut out the squares in the pictures. So let's go ahead and do that first. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut straight across, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out my squares of each picture. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next, like this. Okay. So I'm just going to keep going. And which one of these cut out? And then I'm just going to get them in order. Now, if you are still working on cutting, then feel free to pause your video at any time until you get all of your pictures ready to go and all cut out, and then we can start again together. All right, so now that you have all your pictures cut out and organized, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these, each one individually, and decide which ones we think have the FR sound in them, okay? So let's start at the bottom today. So this is a girl, and they're pointing to freckles. Does freckles have the fur sound in the beginning? Let's listen. Freckles. Do you hear the fur sound at the beginning? I do. I hear the freckles. Freckles. Okay. Here's the next one. Fruit. Fruit. Do you hear the fur sound in fruit? I do too. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side. Okay. Oops. Here's the next one. Bench. Bench. Do you hear the fur sound in bench? I do not. So that goes over on the side with the thumbs down. Okay. Cactus. Cactus. Do you hear the fur sound in cactus? No, I don't either. I'm going to put that over here. Okay, here's the next one. Frame. Frame. Do you hear the fur sound in frame? Frame. Yes, I hear it. Do you hear it? I hope so. Here is a picture of a cat. Cat. Does cat have the fur sound at the beginning? No. So it goes over on this side with the thumbs down. Here is a picture of a frog. 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 Does frog have the fur sound at the beginning? Frog. Yep, it does. And then how about map? Map. Does map have the fur sound in it? No, I don't hear it in that one. Okay. So let's take a look at our pictures and see what we decided. We decided that freckles, fruit, frame, and frog all have the fur sound in them. And we also decided that bench, cactus, cat and map. Do not. So good job, everybody, on doing that. Now, if you're still working on gluing your pictures in, make sure that you press pause. All right, so we're going to skip a page. We're going to skip this page, and we are going to do page 3. Page 3 looks just like this. It says, let's build words. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get our pencil. And we're going to trace all these words, right? So let's go ahead and do that first. And then after we trace all the words, then we're going to build the words over here. But let's do step 1 first. So remember, FR says fur. So let's go ahead and trace. And then we'll read the word. Here it says read it and trace it, but I think it makes more sense to trace it first, and then we'll sound it out, and then we'll build it. 3 steps. Okay, all right. So if you are still tracing your words, go ahead and press pause now, and when you're done tracing them, then you can press play again. All right, so let's take a look at the words we have here. So we know that FR says fur. So let's sound it out. Fur, g, frog. Okay. Again, here's FR. We know FR says fur, from. Like if you were writing a letter and you were saying, this letter is from, and then you would write your name, right? Okay. So FR we know says fur, frill. Okay. And then again, FR, frost, frost. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the bottom here. And we've got all of these FR blend words. And then we're going to cut all these out on the lines. So let's go ahead and cut straight across like this. And then we're going to cut on the lines again. Just like this. All right. So let's go ahead and cut out all of these little boxes. Now again, if you need more time to finish cutting the boxes, you always can press pause and stop the video, and then you can press play again and come back and join Mrs. R. All right, so let's go ahead. And I'm going to sort these out because that helps me to keep myself organized. So I'm going to put, because we're working with FR, so we know that each one of these is going to have each one of these words is going to have an FR at the beginning. So I'm going to put those at the top. Like that. And get all my letters organized here. Oh goodness, we have a lot, don't we? This time we have quite a few. Okay, so what we're doing is we're taking the word and we're going to build it with the letters over here and glue it in the box. So in the first box, we should put FR because FR says fur. Okay, oops. So let's go ahead and put that in the first box. Fur, and then we know that middle sound, ah, which is O. Okay. And then the last sound for g. So we need to grab our G. And we're just building words from the letters here that we have in the words, okay, from our letters on the side here. So the next one, from, FR. And we'll take that from here. And then an O. From. Okay. And then an M, because here is an M. We need to put an M here. Okay. Like that. Oopsie, jumped out of my hand. Okay. There we go. The next one, frill. F-R. And then we know the next sound is an I, because I says if, and then a double L at the end, like that. Okay. And then we have the word frost. So F-R at the beginning, and then an O in the middle. And then an ST at the end. There we go. Okay, so we built those words really well, didn't we? Let's take a look at the words we made here. So if you're still gluing in your sounds for each one of your words, then go ahead and press pause, and then when you're done, you can push play again and join Mrs. R. All right, now that we have all of our sounds glued down, let's go ahead and go in through and read our words. So we know that FR says fur, frog, frog. FR says fur, from. FR says fur, ill, frill. And our last one, FR says frost, frost. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen with you. All right, so we learned some new things today, didn't we? We learned how to build some tricky words using the FR blend, and we did some writing and building and sorting with sounds. So you guys worked really hard today on your 2 assignments. All right, so I hope that you're having a great day and that your day continues to be amazing, just like you. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon. I miss each one of you. So have a good day, and we will talk very soon.